Please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering concepts. In this video lecture, I will explain you wind load analysis of G-Place 6-story building model by using ETABS software. Okay, so in my previous videos, I was explained the seismic analysis by using ETABS software. In this video, I will cover the concept which is related to the wind load analysis. So for that, firstly, we have to click on the ETABS version software. So here I am selecting my ETABS 2000 version software. So now you can see the software will be open here like this. Firstly, we have to click on the file option. So click on the new model option. So it will open your initialization options here like this, which is related to the save user default settings, use settings from the media file, use built-in settings. So here I am selecting as per the Indian standard system, which is related to the IS 800 and IS 456. So that's why I am selecting as per a user built-in, which is related to the metric system. Click on OK option. So after that, it will ask your grid data dimensions and story data dimensions. So here I am entering the grid dimensions will be consisting of 8 number of the base in X direction and 6 number of the base in Y direction. And just I am taking 3 meter along the X direction and Y direction. Just I am taking the number of stories will be consisting of 7 stories, which is related to the G-Place 6-story building model. Again, I am taking typical story height is 3 meter and bottom story height is 3 meter. So after that, we have to select the grid only option here. Click on OK option. So now you can see 2D model and 3D model will be open here like this, which is related to the grid lines. So after that, we have to define the material properties. Go to define option, click on the material properties, add a new material. So as per my consideration, just I am taking Indian standard system, which is related to the concrete of M30 grade concrete. Click on OK. Again, in the same process, we have to add the rebar section also. So click on add material, which is related to the rebar section, which is of just I am taking as per 456. Okay, click on OK. Click on OK option. So after that, we have to define the frame section properties, which is related to the beam size, column size. Define option. So select the section properties, which is related to the frame sections. Click on add new property. So in this, I am selecting the concrete rectangular section. Just I am taking the column size, which is consisting of approximately 0.46 cross 0.4 for the column. Again, I am taking here as M30 grade concrete. Just I am taking the depth will be consisting of 460 mm and this respected value will be width approximately consisting of 400. Again, I am taking the reinforcement here. So here I am changing the beam section to column section here as per my consideration, and HYSD bars, which is of 415 section. Again, we have to take the longitudinal bars and confinemental bars as per my consideration for the G-Place 6-story building model. Just I am taking 20 mm by diameter bar, and stirrups just I am taking 10 mm diameter. Click on OK option. So after that, we have to select the OK here. Again, in the same process, we have to define the beam size. So before that, we will delete all the section properties except the column section. Okay. So here I am selecting this. Click on delete frame sections. Okay, again we have to select this two property, click on delete property, click on OK. Now we have to define the new property, add new property, click on add option. So here I am taking the beam size, which is consisting of approximately 0.4 cross 0.4 for the respected section, and M30 grade concrete section, and the concrete depth will be consisting of 400 here. Again, this is also 400. Select the reinforcement here, select the beam option here, and select here as HYSD bar for 415, and you have to consider the cover. Just I am taking 50 mm cover for the top section reinforcement section. Again, I am taking 15 mm cover for the bottom section reinforcement. Again, click on OK option. Again, click on OK. Now we have to define the slab section thickness. Go to define option, select the section properties, slab section, click on add a new mid property. So in this, I am selecting the slab. Just I am taking S150 approximately as per my consideration. Just I am taking, and slab grade will be M30 grade, and this respected slab thickness just I am taking here as 150. Click on OK option. Again, click on the select the plank one, delete property here. Again, we have to select the slab one, delete property here. So now we have to assign the properties for the building section. So before that, firstly we have to change the one story option to all stories option. Select the beam assignment here and select the beam property from this respected frame section. Just I am selecting beam. So assign to this respected plan view. Again, in the same process, we have to assign the column. Select the I section here. Again, we have to change the property from beam to column. Again, we have to assign to the model here. After that, we have to assign the slab section. Select the slab section here, and you have to select the property name is slab 150. Select this property here like this. Okay. So after that, we have to click on the 3D model. So click on this 3D model. Again, we have to click on the 3D section. Again, we have to select the 2D model. Again, we have to select the plan section. So here I'm selecting the plan will be story 1. So click on OK, click on apply. Okay. So that the plan will be open for the story 1 only. Okay. Now we have to delete all the properties at the base section. So for that we have to go to the base section and we have to change the all property story to 1 story. So select this option, click on delete option so that it will delete property at the ground story. So after that we have to apply the load cases for the building structure. So basically for this building section, just I am taking the load cases which is related to the dead loading condition, live loading condition, as well as the wind loading condition only. Okay. So for that, firstly, we have to define the respected loads. Go to define option. For that, again, we have to click on the load patterns. It will be consisting of the dead load and live load. So now we have to define the wind load, which is in X direction condition. And we have to select the wind here. And as per the IS codal provision, which is related to the 2015, click on add. Again, I am adding the wind load, which is related to the Y direction condition. Click on add. So firstly, we have to change this property as per our definition. Select the wind X, modify lateral load. So here I am taking the wind speed as per my consideration 44 meter per second, and terrain category just I am taking here as closely spaced objects with greater than 10 meter height buildings. Okay. So for that just I am taking terrain category 4 and impedance factor will be 1, and this is 1, this is 1, and you have to change the wind direction angle. So select here. Again I am changing the 0 degrees and 180 degrees for the respected X direction condition. Click on OK. Again click on OK. Now we have to select the wind load which is in Y direction, modify lateral load condition. Again we have to select here as 44 and terrain category will be of 4. Again select here. Again I am selecting this value will be of 90 and this value will be of 270. Let us consider. Click on OK option. So after that we have to apply the load cases for the building structure. So firstly we will apply the self-weight condition system. So further select all the structure. Go to assign option, joint point load, forces, select add to existing loading condition. Now we have to select the load 11111 here. Click on apply option. So click on OK option so that the self-weight for the structure will be applied here. Okay. So after that we have to apply the external wall load, internal wall load and parapet wall load. So basically external wall load will be comes under the thickness of the external wall which is of 0.23. Okay. So here I am taking 0.23 is the thickness of the external wall load. So multiplied by your respected 20 unit height of the brickwork multiplied by 3 meter height so that it can get the value of 3.8 for the external wall load. Again we have to calculate the internal wall load. 0.125 is the thickness of internal wall multiplied by 20 again multiplied by 3 so that it can get the value 7.5. Now we have to calculate the parapet wall load. 0.125 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 1.2 meter height. Okay. So it will be consisting of 3 value. Now we have to combine all these values which is related to the 3 plus 7.5 plus 13.8 so that it can get the value will be approximately of 24.3. So for that firstly we have to select frame sections. So select here, go to select option. So here I am selecting select option property which is related to the frame sections. Just I am selecting the beams here, select option, close option. Go to assignment option, go to select the frame load, distributed load, add to existing loading condition. Just I am taking the load will be of 24.3 here. Click on apply option, click on OK option. So after applying this respected load, we need to apply the floor load condition system for the slab. So for that firstly we have to select, go to select option, property which is related to the slab section. Select S150, click on select, close. Go to assign option, shell area load, select uniform load. So select the dead load, add to existing loading condition. Just I am taking here as 2 kN per meter square. Click on apply option, click on OK option. So after that we have to apply the live loading condition system for the building. So for that firstly we have to select all the previous section which is related to the slab. Go to select all the shells. Go to assign option, shell area load, uniform condition. So here I am changing the dead loading condition to the live load which intensity of 3 kN per meter square. Add to existing loading condition, click on apply option, click on OK option so that the live load condition will be directly applied here. Okay. So after that we need to add the load combination for this. Okay. No need to apply the seismic loading condition for the building. Why? Because we are doing the wind loading analysis only. So that's why I am skipping the seismic loading condition. Okay. So go to define option, go to load combination system. So click on default design, concrete frame design, click on OK so that it can generate the 14 combination for the building structure. Click on OK. So after that we have to analyze this respective structure. Before that, we need to add the support condition. So for that, go to the base condition system and change all stories option to the one story option here. And you have to select assignment, joint, restraints, select here as fixed support, click on apply option, click on OK option, so that the fixed support conditions will be applied at the support only. After that, we have to analyze this respective structure. Before that, we need to apply the diaphragm. So for that, select all the building by using Ctrl A option. Go to assign option here, joint point, select the diaphragm, select here as G1, click on apply option, click on OK option. Okay, so that it will apply your respective diaphragm for the building structure here like this. Okay, so now we have to analyze this structure as per the load consideration. Go to analyze option. So before that, firstly we have to check for the errors. Just I am selecting the joint checks here, 1, 2, 3, click on OK option, so that it will check for the errors for the structure. So after that, we had to see the message which is related to the model has been checked, no warning messages. So go to analyze option, directly click on the run analysis option. Okay, so that it will do the analysis process. So here I am checking wind as the name for the file, click on save option. Now you can see analysis process is progress for my respected G+6 story building model. So after analysis process is completed, now we can see the deflection diagram will be showing here like this. So now we have to load the deflection diagram for the wind loading condition. Further, go to display option. So go to deform shape option here. Select the load case which is related to the wind load which is in X condition. Click on apply. So that it will load your respective deflection diagram due to wind load X. Again, in the same process, you can load that for the number of modes. Just I am selecting mode here as 10. Click on apply. So that it will show your respected mode deflection diagram here for the mode 2. Okay, so again in the same process, you can load the diagram for the wind load in Y direction condition also. Click on apply option, so that it will load the wind loading Y direction displacement diagram for the structure. Okay, so after that, we have to see the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram for the wind loading. Go to display option, forces and spandrella forces here. Select the load case will be of wind load which is in X direction. Select shear 2 option, click on apply option, so that it will load the shear force diagram for the respected wind loading condition. Again, you can same process, you can load the bending moment diagram also. So randomly I am selecting wind Y. So click on apply option. So this is the bending moment diagram for the respective structure under considerations of the wind Y direction. Again in the same process, we have to load the output file. Okay, go to display option, go to click on show tables option here. Again in the same process, you can take the load cases and load combination as per your consideration. Just I am taking simple understanding wind load X. Click on OK. Click on select combination and clear all. Click on OK. Just you can select any one of the load results as per your consideration. Just I am taking the structural output and base reaction just I am taking, and other output shear force values I am taking here. Okay, in the same process, you can select story drift value, displacement and story drifts also. So you can consider here, click on OK. So that it will load the output file as per your wind load condition X and wind load condition Y for the base reactions and story drift values. Again, it will be consisting of story forces here. Okay, so in the same process, you can check the diagrams which is related to the load combinations also for the respective shear force. So go to select here frame spandrella. So you can select moment 2 to select this load combination option. Select any one of the combination. Just I am selecting 6 number. Click on apply option, so that it will load the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram for the respective structure. Okay, in the same process, you can load the torsion also as per your considerations of the wind load which is in X condition system or Y condition system. In the same process, axial force diagram is there, shear diagram is there, moment diagram is there. Okay, so this is the process of analysis of the structure under IS 875 part 3 code by using ETABS software for the G+6 building. So if you have any queries about this respected video, please text me your questions in the below comment box. I will try to give the answer for that respected questions. Thank you.